Hello everyone, very good evening. How you all are doing? My name is Varsha Dhiman and I welcome you all in this particular session at the YouTube channel of Oliveboard. So aspirants who are there in the session, please comment below that my voice is clearly audible to you and screen is clearly visible so that we can start our discussion about a very important topic, right? So please comment below that everything is clearly audible and visible to you. Is everything fine? Is there any issue? I'm not receiving anyone's comment. So let's start our discussion. So, as you guys are aware about one important fact that when we prepare for RBI exams and the NABARD exams, there is a very important thing that they will definitely have questions from the current schemes, right? The schemes that have any important update or any important thing that is introduced specifically for a scheme that scheme will definitely have question in your exam. So that's why I am taking this session so the schemes part will be clear to you. Let's start today's discussion, but before that I want to request you all, please share the session among your friends so that your friends will also be there in the session and we can do all our discussions together. So let's start. Right. So before going further, before proceeding towards the national mission on natural farming, first thing what you can do, please update the mobile application of Oliveboard so that you will have all the important features updated in your application and that will help you to revise all the notes available to you. So there's a very special features for you guys, Notes Plus. Okay, please update your application and mention in the comment box also. And other than that, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share the session with your friends so that your friends will be the part of the session. And install our application if you are the new one, please install the application ताकि आपको सभी preparation related जो भी important study material है will be available to you and that will help you in preparation. And this is a batch available for NABARD grade A complete course like phase 1 and phase 2 preparation. If you want to do your preparation for NABARD grade A exam with the team of Oliveboard, be the part of this batch. And yeah, this is a specific offer for you guys on the auspicious occasion of Republic Day that you will get a 52% off on all the regulatory exams if you are using the code RDAY. Okay, so take the benefits that are providing to you. So here let's start our discussion. So first thing what we should know, what is natural farming? You might be aware about that. So firstly, we'll do the concept and after that we'll discuss the questions, okay? So here the first thing that I want to ask you, what is natural farming? So whosoever are they in the class, please comment below what is the meaning of natural farming. How will you define it? How will you differentiate? Yeah. So natural farming, basically when we talk about like we are using the natural tactics, right? We are using the implementing the natural tactics. We are not introducing any chemical substances in our agricultural field. We are not talking about certified organic products or anything. So that time we'll call it as a natural farming. Okay, it's about using all the resources that are available to you on the field only. You are not introducing, you are not taking anything from outside. So that time it will be known as a natural farming. Okay, so it's a chemical free, livestock based farming approach that combines crops, trees, and livestock while fostering functional biodiversity, right? So you are doing efforts so that the biodiversity will be maintained and with that the crops, trees and livestock will be, I mean, you will be able to grow all these on the same piece of land. Okay, so that is the natural farming. Now what are the key components of natural farming? So whenever we talk about the natural farming, there are certain points or there are certain components which are included in it. So yesterday I think we had a session. So you were asking about ma'am beej amrit bata dijiye, jiva amrit bata dijiye. So that time I just said कि beej amrit it's a part or a component of organic farming and natural farming both. And now I'm going to tell you कि beej amrit बनता कैसे है और जो कि एक बहुत ही important component है of the natural farming. So let's talk about it. So when we use the word Bijamrit, what it is, it's an important component of natural farming as well as the organic farming, and it is a seed treatment mixture made with cow dung and other natural ingredients. Why we need to treat the seed before sowing it into the soil? Because seed might be infested with any infectious microorganism, or might be the seed is in a dormant condition, so that's why we need to treat it before incorporating into the soil, right? So how this बीज अमृत is prepared, right? How this specific mixture is prepared जिससे हम soil को treat करने वाले हैं before supplying it to the main soil area. So firstly what we will do, hang cow dung in water. एक पोटली जैसा बना के, एक बैग जैसा बना के उसको ऊपर हैंग कर देते हैं, नीचे देयर विल बी अ वाटर इन अ टैप, ठीक है? नीचे आपका एक टब में वाटर है, ऊपर आपने किया है, एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल स्क्वीज हैंगिंग काउ डक इन सेम वाटर. आप उसको स्क्वीज करेंगे, सो वाटर दैट विल गैदर इनटू सर्टेन, जो ये आपका नीचे पॉट है इसमें वाटर वो गैदर हो जाएगा, विच विल हैव द काउ डंक मिक्सचर नाउ इन इट. नाउ एड लाइम वाटर एंड सॉइल इन इट एंड stir it well. Okay, so then you add the lime water, that, and with that you also add soil in it, so that kind of mixture will be prepared. And in this mixture when you put the soil, okay, when you put the seed in it, so that method will help you to prevent the seed from any kind of infestation. Okay, any kind of infestation, even though it will improve the germinability of the seed. So that is the bija amrit, bij amrit. Okay, bij is seed, and that is a mixture which is useful for the seed. Okay, next is jiva amrit. Yeah, so that is about the बीज. ठीक है, सीड के बारे में हो गया. अब in the soil there are certain microorganisms are also available all the time, and they are beneficial for the plant or the crop. Okay, so they are beneficial for the plant or the crop. So what you can do, what you need to talk about the thing here, that this microorganisms initially they are in inactive state. You need to enhance their activity so that they will start working. They will start working on the soil. They will start working for the humidification of the soil, so that the organic matter will be converted into such a suitable form that will be available for the plant's growth and development, right? So you are adding, you are preparing a biostimulate, and that will enhances the activity of all these microorganisms in the soil. Okay, so this is a stimulant which is prepared with the biological mean. We are not using any chemical here to stimulate the activities of the microorganisms which are present in the soil. Okay, so this is Jeevamrit. Okay, and how it is prepared, what you are taking a container, and in this container you are adding the requisite amount of water, you are adding the requisite amount of cow dung, cow urine you are adding the pulse flour, you are adding the jaggery, the soil, and that's how you are preparing a mixture, and that mixture will be acting like a food supplement for the microorganisms whosoever are in the soil, and that's how this activity will be enhanced. So this is one another component of natural farming. Okay, now the another thing that we should know, it's about mulching. Why we do mulching? Any idea why we do mulching? So aspirants who are there in the class, please tell me the reason why we go for the mulching practice. What is the meaning of mulching? Write in the comment box. Yeah, quick, be quick. Just write in the comment box whenever we talk about any agriculture practices, or whenever we talk about the natural farming or any other farming practices, we always take care that mulch should be properly available there, and we need to go for the mulching practices, right? But what is the meaning of mulching? Why we do this mulching practices in our soil? Can anyone tell? I had not received the answer about this, but that means ये points आपको clear नहीं है aspirants, so please take regular classes, ठीक है? क्योंकि if when you will have the question from this segment in your exam, you will stuck. Okay, so please make sure that you are attending regularly the 6 p.m. classes to clear all these concepts for your examination. Okay, so when we talk about mulching, basically whatever the dead organic material or the live crop material, whatever the residue that is left out in the soil after the main crop has been harvested, you are covering the soil surface with all that residues. And how it will help you, what that residue will do. Yeah, mulching for weed management, soil term management. Yeah, Neeraj ke Nagar, this would be the one reason. And the another reason is it will avoid so that the moisture will retain in the soil. Mulch आपने ऊपर cover कर दिया है तो जो भी soil moisture, it will not be evaporated. Okay, if there is a changing temperature condition, it will not be evaporated, one reason. And second reason, excessive water भी outflow नहीं करेगा. Soil erosion के जो chances will be reduced, like whatever the most fertile area of the soil, it will not be eroded by the flowing water or the strong winds blowing in the area. Okay, so that's how the mulching practices help. And for these, we are talking about the natural farming. So we will not use it plastic sheets, mulching and other things. We will use the natural means to do that. Okay, so that the moisture will be retained there and the soil health conditions will be improved. Okay. Next important key component of natural farming is Wapasa. What is that Wapasa is? Yeah, so this is a method that is used to activate the earthworms in the soil, aiding in water vapor condensation and improving the soil structure. So what we are doing, we are using certain conditions so that the earthworms, like earthworm act as a vermicomposite, na? So we are maintaining such a condition so that the earthworms will be activated, and that's how we are improving the water vapor condensation there, and we are improving the soil structure there, because we need to focus on all the natural methods to improve the conditions of the soil so that our crop can grow well there. Okay, and another component of natural farming is plant protection. So here we are using the natural biological mixtures to protect crops from pest and disease. We are not focusing on any chemical component to control any pest or any disease from there. We are just focusing on all the living organisms like biopesticides, uh, we can what do bioherbicides, right? We are focusing on natural biological mixture so that our crops will be protected from the disease and the pest attack. Okay, so these are the key components of natural farming. Now, why and how and when this particular scheme was introduced, what was the first version of this scheme? You should be aware about all these things, na? Abhi tak to we had discussed about the natural farming and the key components of the natural farming. Now we are focusing about the scheme. What is it? What is the actual meaning of this scheme? So this national mission on natural farming, it was approved by the union minister, which is chaired by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and it was approved on 25th of November 2024. So it is a recently approved mission. Okay, and it is considered as a standalone centrally sponsored scheme, and it comes under the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Okay, so this is important. It is centrally sponsored scheme. All the financials and other outlays are provided by the central, and it comes under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And if we talk about the total duration for which this particular scheme will work, so it will be valid, or it will work till the 15th Finance Commission period, that is 2025 to 2026. So this particular year and the time period is very crucial for the scheme, right? So that it will capable of fulfilling all the key objectives that are mentioned under the scheme that we need to focus on under this scheme. Okay. Now, so how that idea of national mission on natural farming evolved out? कोई भी आप प्रपोजल की बात करते हैं, whenever we talk about any mission, any specific scheme, तो कहीं ना कहीं किस particular point से it evolved out. So what was the idea that helped in evolving out of this particular mission? So what happened in 2019, zero budget natural farming was renamed भारतीय प्राकृतिक कृषि पद्धति. Okay, कि we should focus on a type of natural farming where we are not utilizing any such substances or the inputs from the outer sources. We are utilizing all the things that are available on field. Okay. Yeah, so and included as a sub scheme under the broader Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana. ठीक है, तो जीरो बजट नेचुरल फार्मिंग को रीनेम करके भारतीय प्राकृतिक कृषि पद्धति का टाइटल दिया गया एंड इट वॉज कंसिडर्ड अंडर द परंपरागत जो ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम आपकी एक स्कीम है परंपरागत कृषि विकास योजना इट इंक्लूडेड इन इट बट लेटर फ्रॉम 2023-24 दैट particular Bharatiya Prakratik Krishi Paddhati was rebranded. And after that, it was rebranded as National Mission on Natural Farming. And in 2024, it was finally implemented as that. Okay. So that's how this particular mission, एक पूरा इसका background prepare हुआ और उसके बाद फिर ये आपकी finally implement हो गई. Now, what was the main objectives of this particular mission? देखो कोई भी mission है, if it we are talking about प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना, प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना, मानधन योजना, सम्मान निधि योजना, whatever the yojana, whatever the scheme we are talking about nowadays, when they was implemented for the first time, when the proposal was set, तो there was a certain objective behind it और वो objective आपको याद रखना है because that can be a question in your exam and what is that objective for this national mission on natural farming कि we need to promote natural farming across India and what will we get after promoting it? Will provide safe, nutritious food to our all population and sustainable agriculture. तो इसका एक main objective sustainable agriculture को promote करना है. Like we should follow agriculture practices in such a manner by using all the natural resources around us so that it will flourish, it will grow well for the long period of time. Year long or generation after generation will get the benefits from it. We should not exploit the natural resources, okay? Reduce farmers' dependency on chemical inputs and improve soil health, biodiversity, and resilience to chemical climate risk, right? Yeah. Farmers still now we are depending upon the chemical inputs, but under this particular scheme, what we are targeting that farmers' dependency on the chemical input should be reduced. Soil health should be improved, biodiversity should be maintained, and resilience to climate risk. Right? So these are one or the other important objectives of this particular scheme. Now I had mentioning all these points here for you. So if you will start following this natural farming practices on your field areas, like what kind of different objectives will be fulfilled if we talk about it in a broader sense. One thing is it will discourage environmental exposure to pesticides and chemicals. See, whatever the chemicals that we are supplying or spraying in our agriculture field, ऐसा तो नहीं रहता है कि वो सिर्फ हमारे agriculture field में ही रहता है. Right? There's a eutrophication, magnification, and it will go to the water bodies near to the areas. It will go to the जो भी आपके land areas हैं वो से affect होगा और जो nearby people who are living there who are spraying this pesticides and the chemicals they will also be affected उनकी health पे भी affect पड़ेगा अभी yesterday ही I was reading a news ठीक है it's a very I mean ज़्यादा एक person I think he was an age of 27 year he came home from his farm by after spraying the pesticides there pesticide spray करके एक person अपने घर पे आया even his wife tell him उसकी wife ने उसको बोला that please wash your hands before consuming the meal but he didn't do right and as soon as he consumed the food without washing his hand because he was spraying the pesticide there what happened that he felt nausea and after that he felt like problem in he get intoxicated and he died so what I want to tell like human health तो है ही danger में अगर हम pesticide का spraying कर रहे हैं we are not taking proper judicial cares needed अगर हम drone technology को नहीं use कर रहे हैं अगर हमको large scale पे pesticide से spray करना है and we are not taking care of all the things well so our health issues will be there other than that nature को भी climate को भी when will be exposed to all these chemicals for a long period of time तो nature की जो natural healing capacity है और natural productivity है that will be reduced right so if we are focusing on natural farming so we can discourage environmental exposure to pesticides and the chemicals good evening lifeway wanderer yeah no issues no issues okay live class abhi chal hi rahi hai okay so that is an important point here okay now ये चीज समझ में आया builds healthy soil if you are supplementing all the essential nutrients like जो अभी हमने पढ़ा बीजा अमृत पढ़ा जीवा अमृत पढ़ा सभी की components को if you are maintaining you are doing the mulching you are protecting the plants तो yeah soil health will be improved you are if you are treating the soil with a very good intentions ऐसा होता है ना कि plants जो है अगर आप उनको positive energy के साथ treat करते हो तो they flourish well so similar thing the soil will become more healthy हेल्प इन combating द इरोजन लाइक मल्चिंग प्रैक्टिस अगर डू करेंगे तो इरोजन प्रैक्टिस इरोजन जो है वो रिड्यूस होगा फाइट द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ ग्लोबल वार्मिंग या कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का सिक्वेस्ट्रेशन होगा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का सिंकिंग होगा अगर प्रॉपर वेजिटेशन विल बी देयर एंड दैट्स हाउ द ग्लोबल वार्मिंग वी आर फाइटिंग विद द ग्लोबल वार्मिंग राइट encourage the biodiversity supports the animal health and the welfare discourage the algal bloom and support water conservations and water health. So that's how these are some important points which are related with the natural farming कि आपके ये objectives will be fulfilled if you are following the natural farming practices on a piece of land. Clear? Now, let's talk about the next important thing. What is the financial outlay? Like कितना amount government ने decide किया है for that particular scheme. So, yeah, the total scheme outlay is rupees 2,481 crore, and under that, the government of India share will be 1,584 crore, and state share will be 897 crore. Okay, next is about the implementation plan. So, how we are going to implement it and how it is implemented. So, let's talk about these important points. So, there's a cluster formation technology. They see basically when we have to introduce any new program for the farmers, we need so we generally focus on a cluster formation approach. Okay, so 15,000 clusters will be developed in Gram Panchayats, impacting 7.5 lakh hectares of farmlands and benefiting 1 crore farmer over 2 years. Okay, we had decided that in the next 2 years we are going to give benefits to nearby 1 crore farmers by impacting the 7.5 hectares of farmlands. And for this, we had made total 15,000 clusters in Gram Panchayats. Okay. Next is Bio Input Resource Centers, which are known as BRC. 10,000 BRCs will be set up to supply natural farming inputs like Jivamrit and Bijamrit. Jivamrit or Bijamrit ka difference is clear to you? I had given you the complete process कि जीवामृत कैसे बनाते हैं बीजामृत कैसे बनाते हैं so for all this initial inputs जो चाहिए in the natural farming practices to supply all the essential inputs what we are doing we will set up 10,000 BRCs or bio input resource centers. Okay, model demonstration farms. So 2,000 farms at Krishi Vigyan Kendra, agricultural universities, farmers field for hands-on training. Hands-on training, you know, I think you know the meaning of hands-on training, na? So this is under that lab to land project. ठीक है, 2,000 farms at Krishi Vigyan Kendras or agriculture universities and the farmers field will be established so that the farmers will be provided the hands-on training. ठीक है, मतलब आपको ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड की जाएगी कि कैसे आप नेचुरल फार्मिंग प्रैक्टिसेस को अडॉप्ट करें और उसको परफॉर्म करें सो दैट योर सॉइल विल रिमेन हेल्दी एंड जो भी उसके आपको डिसएडवांटेजेस दिख रहे थे अदर एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिसेस को फॉलो करने की वजह से दैट विल बी ओवरकम वो जल्दी से आपके ओवरकम भी हो जाएंगे फिर ओके Now let's talk about the training and the awareness program. So what kind of the trainings and the awareness programs are included there? So the farmer training 18.75 lakh farmers will be trained in natural farming practices. So this is decided that itne farmers ko natural farming practices ko lekar we need to train them. Krishi Sakhis or CRPs like 30,000 individuals will be deployed to support and mobilize farmers like to help them how to do and to help them in deploying these technologies and other things. Student involvement. So, undergraduate and the postgraduate courses, along with the RAWE program, will engage students in natural farming initiatives. So, when I was in my college days, we also be the part of the RAWE program. Under that, we have to visit the nearby villages and we have to tell them about the recent technologies, like whatever the things they are going on, और क्या वो नए नए practices को follow कर सकते हैं. Even though कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र के was there, तो हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे farmers के लिए initiatives और ऐसे कुछ protocol जो भी government decide करती है projects, उनको implement करने के लिए practices keep on going, चलता रहता है. So that's how when the students will be engaged, and that's how they will teach them about the natural farming initiatives. And इसी तरह से these training and awareness drives will be performed for this national mission on natural farming, right? Next is what the kind of benefits the farmers will receive. See, we all are doing something, like you are preparing for the NABARD grade exam because you are finding that you will get a good job after qualifying this exam. You will have a job security, you will have certain certainty in your life, you will be more stable. So similarly, when we are talking about any specific kind of scheme or a mission, we should know about its benefits also. क्या फायदा हमको होने वाला है when we will implement this particular scheme and the practices in our agriculture field. So what will we get? Like input cost will be reduced and the farmers' income will be improved. Like they will not need to buy the agricultural or the chemical fertilizers. They will get all the important components in their farm fields only. Enhance the soil fertility, biodiversity, and the water use efficiency. Right? So water use efficiency will be improved. Provides a chemical-free environment and healthy food for farmers and consumers. So when they will start using this natural farming practices, they will get the outer environment will be chemical free and they will be provided with healthy food for the farmers and the consumers. Builds resilience against chemical risk like floods, droughts, and water logging. Right, so if you keep on following these practices and whatever the climatic condition, like the climatic risk condition will be there, they will be able to build resilience against all these climatic risk conditions. Okay, so these are the benefits. Now market and certification support, like what kind of markets and certification support you will get. So the farmers will have access to a simple certification process and common branding for their produce. Like though they don't need to go for the certified organic and all these things, that is more like cumbersome और वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा टेक्नो हो जाता है. But under this natural farming, farmers will have an access to a simple certification process and they can do the common branding for their products. And market linkages will be facilitated through APMC mandis, local hearts, and depots. And monitoring and convergence. So implementation will be tracked in real time through a geotagged online portal. To geotagged, we are focusing geographical information systems there. We are focusing on the remote sensing practices here. So similarly, is it properly implementing? The farmers are comfortably following the natural farming practices or not? So that is monitored with the help of real time through a geotagged online portal. Convergence with existing government schemes, local livestock initiatives, international organization will be explored for added support. Right. So with that particular mission, other missions will also be collaborated, right? So that the farmers will get the extra added support will be added to for them, and that's how the practices will be performed. Environmental and legacy impact. So what will be the environmental legacy impact will be? So if you are following this natural farming practices on your farmlands, it will help you, or it will aims to regenerate the soil health, improve the carbon content of the particular soil, and leave a healthier earth for future generation. Okay, so that's how it will help you if you are start focusing or implementing the natural farming practices on your farmlands from now onwards. It will have a long-term effect. Like the future generation will be happier to have and happier to be the part of the healthy or the healthier earth, right? See, whatever the things we are doing nowadays, क्या कर रहे हैं हम अपने resources का over exploitation कर रहे हैं, most of the resources को हम इतना vanish out कर देंगे that they will not be available for the new generations, right? But if we start focusing on these kind of missions and in this kind of technologies with time, तो uh, our next generation will also be capable of seeing the healthier earth environment, right? Now, here's a question for you. What is the primary aim of the National Mission on Natural Farming? Yeah, let you tell me the answer for this question. So, aspirants who are there in the session, please comment below what would be the right answer for this question. So, there is a question for you on the screen. You have to tell what is the primary aim of the National Mission on Natural Farming? Theoretical topics में तो you guys feel like कि कैसे बताएं हम कितना टाइप करके मैम को आंसर दें, है ना? But aspirants, these topics are also important. That's why we are covering all this here. Okay. So primary aim options, Sonia is saying option number C to promote natural and organic farming methods. Very good. ठीक है, primary aim यही है, option number C. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Next question is there for you. Which minister is responsible for implementing the National Mission on Natural Farming? I'm reading the options for you also. It's the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Rural Development, or the Ministry of Science and Technology. What would be the answer for this question? Yeah, what would be the answer for this question? No idea, Sarji? Go get an idea, huh? So the right answer for this one is, I told you when we started our discussion about the natural farming, thoda so Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Very good, Sonia. Very good. Okay, the right answer for the question is option number B. Now this one is a homework question for you. Okay, I'm reading this question for you. You have to write this answer in the comment box. यार तुम कमेंट बॉक्स में होमवर्क क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं देते हो, कैसे काम चलेगा? यू नीड टू बी एक्टिवली इन्वॉल्व इन द क्लासेस, है ना? लास्ट में जो आपको होमवर्क क्वेश्चन दिया जाता है, यू हैव टू आंसर द होमवर्क क्वेश्चन इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. Okay, so here the question is, which of the following is a key components of the National Mission on Natural Farming? I told you about all the 5 important key components of National Mission on Natural Farming. So one is the promotion of hybrid seeds. We have not talked about the hybrid seeds anywhere. It's a large scale monocropping. We have not talked about this monocropping and the large scale monocropping, even heavy use of chemical fertilizer. No, no, no. We are not supporting it at all. So, yeah, what would be the right answer for this question? Option number A, B, C, or D. You have to write the answer in the comment box. And aspirants, this batch is available. This batch is for you. If you want to do the preparations with us, you want to have all these facilities for your better preparations at one point, right? एक ही जगह अगर आपको सारी facilities चाहिए so that you can do your phase 1 and phase 2 preparation for NABARD grade A examination, you can be the part of this batch. And on the auspicious occasion of 26th 26th January, or the 76th of the Republic Day, we are offering you 72% of discount on all the regulatory exam plans by using the code RDA. So be the part of this batch and start your preparations with us. All the very best. And if you have any doubt regarding the preparations, regarding the strategies, regarding anything like preparation, we are not able to study, नहीं हो रहा है, study plan नहीं बना पा रहे, whatever the queries you are having in your mind कि कुछ भी नहीं समझ आ रहा है, how to pursue forward, कौन सा एग्जाम टारगेट करें, कौन सा नहीं करें, क्या करें, क्या ना करें, please, I'm requesting you, write in the comment box. I'll take a step forward and I'll help you in all these things. Okay. So now I'm ending the session for today. We'll meet you tomorrow. Bye bye and take care.